Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. I'm happy to announce that I finally have my high-speed internet. Oh my gosh, if you guys have been following my channel the past couple days, you'll know that I was really frustrated about this. And so I actually think it's really appropriate right now to do a pick a card reading on waiting, because this is something I experienced. I'm really spiritually strong in a lot of areas, but as an Aquarius, I can tend to be very impatient. And sometimes like these little blockages and these little periods of waiting and patience make me lose my faith completely. And then when it finally comes through, I'm so humbled and I'm just like, wow, I should have just trusted and had faith this whole time. And maybe I shouldn't have been so upset, and like maybe I shouldn't have spent all my time worrying and freaking out and trying to control the situation. So I'm learning a lot. I'm being really humbled through this situation. I'm traveling the world right now, and every different country I go to has like a different thing with the internet, and there's always a way to work it out. I'm getting really accustomed to this, but it's always just such a frustrating transition for me. And it got me thinking just about life in general. There's so many times in life where we're going through a transition, going from one thing to another, waiting for something to come through. It doesn't matter what it is, whether you're waiting for your next paycheck, or you're waiting for a lover, or you're waiting for your internet to come through, or you're waiting to hear back about a job that you've applied for. It could be anything really, but this really puts us into a place of complete faith and trust and surrender. And I'm really starting to learn a lot about letting go of control and having patience and finding my peace and my balance, even when the situation, I don't know what's going to happen next. So if you're in a situation and you don't know what's going to happen next, and you're waiting on something, go ahead and pick one of these cards to get a personal message. So pick a stack of cards, number 1, number 2, or number 3. And we're gonna get started, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. Stack number 1. It's hilarious that we're getting the patience card. Oh my gosh. Literally, we got the patience card for you. So basically what I'm seeing is that you need to have the strength. And something that's really important for you right now is a mantra. A mantra is a phrase of words that helps you to stay strong, that helps you to find your peace, that reminds you of the truth, even if your situation is kind of bleak, even if nothing makes sense, even if everything is out of your control. So my favorite mantra for this situation, and I kept saying it to myself over and over again every day this week, I kept telling myself, I give up the deception of control and give in to the alignment of my ultimate well-being. There came this point where in this situation, I couldn't do anything about it anymore. I literally did not have the power in my hands to control the situation. My work partner, John, is the one who handles the internet and the tech part of my business. And he promised me he'd figure something out. My host where I'm living also was working on this for me, and it was really just a matter of time. But still, I was freaking out and worried that it wasn't going to happen, that it wasn't going to come through. And then my mind started making up all these worst case scenarios, like, what if I can't get everybody their readings? What if I can't do this? What if I can't do that? What if this happens? You know, and I feel like that's what's happening here in your situation, is you're left in this situation where you have nothing to do but basically rest. The universe is telling you you need to rest. It's like you're in this cocoon stage right now where you're not able to move, you're being completely restricted, and you're getting ready to break out and break free and become that beautiful butterfly again. It's like a cycle that you're going through. But your focus really needs to be on your spirituality. Your focus really needs to be on your faith. This is the most important thing. Faith is what's going to get you through this. Having faith in the unseen. I had to put my faith and my hope and my trust into the universe and into John and into the people around me to know that, like, I personally couldn't control the situation. And sometimes that's frustrating when you don't literally have the control. But you have to realize the universe is always working in your interest. It's always aligning things to work out perfectly for you. So it's time for you to have patience. This strength card is saying that the power of love will triumph. faith may be strengthened and your desired outcome will be obtained. So what you're looking for here in this situation is going to happen. I really believe the situation possibly has to do with your finances. You're really worried about, how am I going to get more money, because your life and your situation has been going in a certain direction for so long, and I feel like you're just, scraping at the bare bones here, barely making it through each day. You get your paycheck, you pay your bills, you get your food, and then you hardly even have money for entertainment or for getting nice things for yourself, let alone taking a vacation or trying something new. So the universe is actually trying to tell you that this limitation is going to help you. During my limitation I had, you guys probably saw on my channel, I started something new. I started the card of the day, and a lot of you guys have really been enjoying that. So even though I have my internet back now, I'm gonna keep doing the card of the day every single day for you guys. So awesome, like I used my imagination, I found a way to kind of break through, and I'm sure that this will bring more money into my life too, getting more interest, getting more people involved in my channel. So you never know, use your imagination. Sometimes in a limited place, you can use your imagination and create way more than if you had all the opportunities and everything was working out, Also, the first time my internet was down when I was in France, I realized that although I couldn't upload videos for a while, I could Skype. So that's what gave me the idea to start doing Skype readings. And now that's one of my most popular services that I offer, and I've really been enjoying speaking to each and every single one of you guys through Skype, answering questions, having fun, hanging out, getting to know each other. And so I have 2 blessings that have come through this time of trial for me. So realize that there could be blessings in disguise in your situation. Whatever the holdup is right now, it's getting into you into this place of surrender so that you can break through your perceived obstacles and be able to use your imagination better. It's actually going to help you come to a balance. So the universe is forcing your hand. It's literally forcing you to rest right now. That's all that's really being called of you. And it's okay to go down there and to feel those feelings of despair and fear and sadness or anger. That's okay. Like, be genuine and feel your emotions. But at a certain point, you gotta find your balance. And so the mantras are really going to help you. I give up the deception of control. I give in to the alignment of my ultimate well-being. I have faith everything is working out for me. I trust in divine timing. Make up your own mantras. Find your own mantras. I'm also seeing something here, like these cards seem to be pointing to you needing to release some type of toxic relationship. You might be waiting for someone to reach out or for something to come through in your love life, and maybe this is someone you shouldn't be waiting on anymore. Trust your heart. This part of the message might not resonate with everyone, but maybe you're bringing yourself down into a depression and you're really feeling like, I can't move forward until this person comes back in my life, and maybe that person's not really meant for you. Maybe you're creating your own obstacle. Maybe you're creating your own barrier here. So trust your intuition if this part of the message resonates with you. Overall, what I'm seeing here is that force is not a match for spiritual strength. So don't force anything to work through right now. Remember, we're in Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of new beginnings, of a fresh start. I have a feeling, the end of July, once Jupiter's direct again, a lot will be coming through for you, but right now it's all about spiritual strength. And I found myself many times the past couple days just praying and trusting and hoping, saying, I surrender. I had to continuously recommit myself to my balance and to my peace. And so this is a spiritual challenge here. They're saying through gentleness, you will accomplish what force cannot. So it's time for you to be gentle. In the face of fear, act with calmness and act with love. This is how to be truly strong. So I hope that this message resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Peace out. So for those of you guys who chose number 2, hang on, I'm missing some cards here. Okay, here we go. Number 2. Wait. Oh, here they are. All right, number 2. So I had a feeling this has to do with love because I saw a lot of love cards. So I went ahead and drew some extra cards from my love deck for you. So this question really seems to be about love. I knew this because my intuition, and also because I saw the Lovers, and then I saw the Nine of Hearts here. And so what I see is there's been a very difficult time in your love life. You're just trying to have endurance. You're either waiting to make a partnership, or you're having endurance in some kind of relationship that is toxic and is about to end. So many of you guys who are picked this one are single, are in between partners. There's a few of you guys though that are in this toxic relationship, and what I'm seeing for those of you guys that are in a toxic relationship is I'm seeing this is affecting all areas of your life. It's especially affecting your money situation. You're at this is the exploitation card. I mean, look at these two people. It's like together, you and this person, the vibe between you guys is not really a good vibe to help you attract positivity into your life. And I feel like your frequency is kind of rising and going to a different place. It doesn't mean you're better than your partner. It just means you guys cannot share the same space anymore because of the different direction that you're heading in and that they're heading in. And when your energies come together, it's like this clash, and it's just not resonating, and it's not bringing in good things into your life. So the proof is in the pudding, you know? You got to look and see, what am I manifesting in this relationship? What is the outcome here? What am I putting out through the energy of this relationship, and what am I getting? And if you're getting, you know, this time of trial and depression and, you know, fighting and just so much up and down here, and you're not getting the positive results, it might be a sign that this may not be in alignment with you. So you really need to trust yourself. This is the Death card saying that the ending to this relationship is actually going to be the beginning of a beautiful new cycle of rebirth and regeneration in your life. But you have to be fearless to take that first step to initiate this ending. The rest of you guys, the ones of you guys who are looking for a romantic partner, and, you know, the others of you, this message does apply to. This is the Surrender card, which is hilarious because of the topic of this reading. This is called the Mirror. And so I'm going to read this card to you. It means to surrender your will. It says, patience and prudence are the key words here. Although trust plays a large part in the process of crossing to the island, where insights into our own unconscious workings may be revealed. In this card, a surrender of will is required. Insights may come from dreams and meditations, but now is not the time to force the pace or drive on with the plan or desire until you have heard what your soul has to say and your bruised and wounded spirit has been healed. Be patient. Let the journey commence and awaken afresh and full of energy. Be ready to deal with the world and the challenges it raises. So how perfect is that for this message of waiting? Your focus right now is on trying to attract a loving relationship into your life. This is where your focus is. The Nine of Hearts is about fulfillment. So they're saying, picture yourself being fulfilled in this area in your life. Now is not the time to force this, but just know it's coming. So they're saying you will see your wish granted in a happy way. Be alert, because this is going to happen in a very unexpected way. So expect the unexpected when it comes to your love life. Be sure to wish for what you want, because you're probably gonna get it. They're saying your satisfaction is achieved, your wish will be granted. It's gonna come to you in an unexpected way, maybe even after a small delay. So this is the period of delay for you. But know that this is a time for you when it comes to love. They're saying you will reach contentment here. This is your birthright. And so you're going to get what you ask for. Overall, you know, you are calling in your soulmate. I see you getting to know someone new. You're at this pause and at this delay right now in order to be able to heal your family issues. So let's read you this Healing Family Issues card. So this card states that the answers to your prayers about your love life are based in your feelings about your mother and father. Oh, great. How many of you guys just rolled your eyes or were just like, F? Not all of us had perfect family, And so this can be really a touchy subject for many people, including myself. And what I'm realizing is that in our love lives, we manifest our unhealed wounds from our childhood. So life is going to repeatedly bring these issues back up, sometimes through love partners, so that we can face them and heal them and go to the next level and move on from it. So just think back to your past, think back to the relationships you've had. Even this toxic relationship some of you guys are in could be marrying to you some of these wounds. How do you heal these wounds? By facing them, by embracing them, sometimes through traditional therapy, chakra clearing, writing in your journal, learning to love yourself again, reparenting yourself, healing these wounds, spending more time in nature, learning that you're worthy, that you're whole, that you're complete, giving yourself what you didn't receive from your parents growing up. So they're saying the angels see that you'd benefit from releasing old anger towards one or both of your parents. That's because your feelings about your parents influence your choice of romantic partner and the way in which you deal with relationships. It's time for you to put forgiveness into action. To forgive someone doesn't mean that you're endorsing their behavior. Rather, forgiving is actually a form of deep emotional detoxification. It means I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and my body. When you find inner peace with your parents, you'll no longer need to attract unhealthy relationship patterns and partners as a way of healing these family emotional wounds. All of the relationships you have, especially the one you have with yourself, will benefit through this. I highly recommend this. Stay tuned to my channel. We're going to be doing a whole series on this in the future because this is something I've gone through in my own life. Basically, they're saying, yes, you're at a pause right now, you're waiting, you're in a retreat. It's time for you to disconnect from the world, but eventually you'll feel ready to express your love again. You're going to be attracting someone into your life that's way more on your level energetically, a soulmate, a twin flame, someone from a past life with who you've shared many lifetimes with, and someone that can truly understand you on this level. So I hope that this resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Peace out. Excuse me. Didn't drink enough water today. So if you chose number 3, here is your message about waiting. I was actually called to pull a card from my spiritual gift deck, which was really interesting because I wasn't even thinking about using it. And I was only called to do that for you guys in number 3. So first of all, what I'm really excited to see right here is the Sun. The Sun is the yes card. The Sun is the card of things working out for you in divine right timing. I'm going to read you the Sun because it's going to make you feel so much better. A powerful symbol of light and fertility, the Sun of Life heralds a season blessed with joyous enlightenment, robust health, and emotional harmony. As the glorious rays of cleansing sunlight spill into the shadows of your heart and life, so the warmth reaches into your very bones and energizes your spirit. It's time to let the inner sun at the core of your being shine for all to see, bringing warmth, light, and harmony to others, and by doing so, to connect with the consciousness of the universal mind. The Sun of Life also beckons you to see beyond the noise and clatter of human reality and become aware of the vastness and generosity of the cosmic soul. So generosity right now and thankfulness is your key, okay? Something that kept me going the past couple days while I was just freaking out about the uncertainty of my situation was remembering to stop and to be grateful. It wasn't hard because I'm in Cairo right now, and a couple times a day over the loudspeakers in the entire city, everybody stops to pray and give thanks. So every time I heard this loudspeaker, I also decided to stop and say my gratitude. And just being thankful for the little things like running water, the money that I have in my pocket, food to eat, a shower, having good sleep, the clothes I'm wearing, the fact that I have all my limbs intact, you know, I've got my feet, I've got my hands, just little things like that. Like, it helps me to get conscious and to get into my body and to realize that in the present, everything is working out perfectly. If the thing that you're waiting for isn't happening right now in the present, then it's not meant to be in the present right now. So you have to trust in divine timing. So they're saying, this is the angel on the lotus, which is actually the waiting card. So you have a lot of time to think now that you're waiting. And our reptilian brain, our ego, naturally, as a survival mechanism, wants to try to worry and predict and try to control outcomes. So you're going to have to allow some space for that, but also couple that with your trust and with your faith. I think that we're getting the automatic writing card. This is a card about being able to write without consciousness, being gifted with words and communication, allowing the pen to just flow. I think they're telling you to make lists of what you're grateful for every morning and every night. And that is going to create a huge shift for you and to push things forward. This is actually a trick I use when I'm trying to manifest something. And it's very, very powerful because it keeps your energy high. At first, it feels really cheesy and it feels really inauthentic, but eventually, once you start getting used to making these lists over a couple days, it really starts to humble you and you really start to get into the vibe of the gratitude. And you start to feel like, you know what? I really do have everything working out for me. I really do have a lot to be thankful for. No matter what your situation is, no matter how depressed you are, no matter what kind of hell you're in, you can still find things to be thankful for. I'm not telling you to ignore your emotions. I'm not telling you to pretend like everything's fine. No, no, no. You need to be present and not lie to yourself if you're upset, depressed, angry, if shit's falling down all around you. But despite it, you can stop and still be thankful. You can be thankful despite what's going on. It's okay to share space with both of those emotions. So this is just about creating a space in your life for thankfulness. You don't have to feel guilty if you're doing it wrong or something, if you feel ungrateful 10 minutes later, or if you're scared right after it. It's just about creating the space to be genuinely thankful a couple times a day. And this is going to create a huge shift in your life. So let's see what the Three of Swords and Two of Swords are all about. I mean, a lot of swords, a lot of strife. The Two of Swords is actually a beautiful card about balance. They're saying this delay and this waiting period is actually helping you to take a break from your usual ways of seeing things and thinking about things and doing things. It's going to help you be able to rest and to consider alternative viewpoints. So maybe think, is there something I'm missing here? If this thing isn't moving forward, is there something else I'm supposed to do? I realized that while my internet was down, even though I couldn't upload longer videos, I realized I can't upload a minute video or a 2-minute video. So that gave me the idea to do the card of the day. And that's actually been really successful. So many of you guys have reached out and been telling me thank you so much for doing the card of the day, keep doing it. So now my internet is back, but I'm gonna continue to do the card of the day because it was a new idea I had while I was resting and trying to think of different opportunities to keep moving forward. So maybe that's something you need to do. They're saying you might need to compromise in your situation. There is some type of stalemate here. And they're telling you to take a vacation. At one point, I wanted to work so bad and I wanted to keep going and I felt almost guilty because I wasn't, every day I do these readings. Every day I'm working and uploading for you guys. I'm kind of a workaholic. And so one day the internet was so bad I couldn't do anything. And so I just actually went out for the day and took a tour of the city and it was awesome and it recharged me. And when I came back, I got everything figured out. So maybe you simply just need to just forget everything and go out to nature and go on a hike, take some kind of vacation or something. That's definitely a message for you. So they're saying you might not possess all the pieces of the puzzle right now, but for the time being, let things stand as they are, accept things as they are, and trust. The Three of Swords is actually about sorrow. They're saying some of you guys might be realizing there's some kind of incompatibility in a relationship. Maybe this has to do with love for some of you guys. Maybe it has to do with a relationship with a family member or with a friend or something like that. Maybe even a relationship you have with your job or with your business or with your school. They're saying someone has destroyed your trust and all of your defenses. Now there are deeply hurt feelings and bitter thoughts. They're saying, remember your true identity as a spirit in the flesh and your true purpose is a soul traveling onward in knowledge, both born of experience. Give yourself the love you have been giving to the other people, and your sorrow will be conquered. So you've given away a lot, is basically what they're saying, and you're getting not a lot in return. So this is a time for you to slow down. This is a time for you to give to yourself. Some of you guys might be very psychic and very spiritually gifted. And so they're telling you to discover this side of yourself through writing. I feel like there's going to be a huge shift for you. This is the Tower saying divine intervention is going to come in to help show you the true nature of who you are. So just be aware, like your psychic senses could be opening. You could be having a spiritual awakening right now. And maybe the universe wants you to kind of rest and be able to go through this before you're able to move on. For instance, a couple years ago, I really wanted to travel the world, but I was also going hardcore through my spiritual awakening. I was really up and down. I had all the ascension symptoms. Go ahead and Google or YouTube spiritual awakening symptoms, and you'll see more of what I'm talking about. Many of you guys already understand this whole thing. You know that you're going through it, you're aware of it. And it does take time for your energy to kind of just level out before you can go on to manifest your destiny. And so you might be just at a little pit stop right now to kind of refuel, to figure things out, to be able to release things, release trauma, release the traumas. Writing is going to help you. I wrote so much. I wrote down all the crazy dreams I was having, all the meditations I was having, because everything is so vivid when you first start your spiritual awakening. I wrote down all the things I was upset about. I wrote letters to people that I was pissed off at, and like I burned the letters to try to release the energy. I highly recommend doing that. Make sure you burn the letter, don't send it. Just let it go. And it really does help. So this is about you exploring yourself. You might even want to hit up a therapist if this sorrow is so deep that you feel like you just can't find your way out. I eventually got a therapist and started talking about the things that had happened to me, abuse, trauma, what I was going through, and it really helped me to have someone every week to just be accountable with on my healing journey. So if you're hardcore on this healing journey, seek out a therapist, a counselor, even a spiritual mentor, a Reiki healer, or somewhere where you can practice your faith or your religion to just keep you going through this time. To remind you that you're not alone and that everybody goes through this. I do see you being protected. Maybe some of you guys are waiting to hear back about, like, are you going to get the apartment? Are you going to get the house? I feel like the answer to that is yes, for sure. Like, this is, you know, a little deer here protected under this structure, Stonehenge. There's stars in the sky. It's just a matter of the stars aligning and the timing being right. This is another yes card. So you got 2 yes cards. Whatever you're waiting on is going to come through. But now you have this chance to take a pause and to learn how to respect yourself more. Because remember, the way that you see the universe is also the way that you see yourself. The way that you see the world is also the way that you see yourself. The way that you see yourself is how you see the world. So if you want to change your world, you need to work on yourself on the inside. The thoughts that you're having about yourself, the feelings you're having about yourself and about life in general. Start working on these. Don't force it. Don't force yourself to be inauthentic. But little by little, start adding new routines to your life. The gratitude is a great way to start. That is going to be so powerful. If you take anything away from this message, write your gratitude in the morning, right when you wake up, and right before you go to bed. Writing is going to make it very powerful. You can simply say it or speak it, but writing actually gets you to stop and be in your body. And 7 days later, you'll have a huge shift. So if you actually try this gratitude exercise, I'd love for you to come back and leave some comments and let me know how this works for you. You can also suggest a topic for me for a pick a card reading. So if you do the gratitude exercise and you come back and you write the results, and you can ask me a question for free with that comment. And I'll make you a pick a card reading and upload it for everybody on the channel. I'll add it to my list, all right? That's how hardcore I really want you guys to try this, because I know it's going to help you. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I'm so happy that my internet's back. I'm so happy to be back with you guys and share more about my journey and everything I'm learning. You guys truly are what's keeping me going right now. I feel so connected to each and every one of you. I'm so thankful for all of your help and all of your support, all of your purchases. If you would like a personal reading, I'm back up and running. So head to promiseharmony.com/services. I still haven't taken down my love sale. So if any of you guys want a cheap love reading for $33, check out the love sale. John, my assistant, is probably going to take the love sale down in the next day or two. It's just we haven't had internet, so we weren't able to take it down. So it's kind of a mistake. It's supposed to be over, but it technically is still up. So if you would like to partake, hit that up. And Skype people, you guys will be contacted in the next couple days. And anybody who's purchased from me, just hang in there. I am getting everybody's readings uploaded. Thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you later. Peace out.